set up the great debate, Carter.
The great debate, these two each have a side of the topic, whether they agree with it or not. They have to debate on it. This week they do agree on it, I believe.
We don't. We disagree on it.
No, agree on your side.
What?
Do you agree on your side? So the topic...
Oh, yes. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
This week we believe...
You believe in what you're debating.
We are opposites.
Yeah, we are opposites 100%. Yeah.
So this week's topic is social media impact on hunting, whether it's positive or negative. Cal, you picked...
Positive.
Negative.
And we're going to let the curmudgeon old man go first, Gear Guy Colas. So please present your opening monologue as to why social media is having a negative impact on hunting.
Social media as a whole? I thoroughly think it's turned everything into a dick measuring contest of, oh, you only shot 5 birds, brr, brr, and just all that shit talking. And it's brought every little keyboard warrior to the table trolling somebody or making fun of somebody. Not like a kid fresh to the game gets shit on because he bought this brand of decoy versus this brand or whatever it was. I just thoroughly am against. Again, I hunted before social media. Facebook could end tomorrow. Instagram could end tomorrow, and I'm still hunting. Nothing changes for me. I could give a Now, I will say social media has brought me some great friends, and I love that aspect, that perk of it. But what I don't like is even some of the shit that's happened with those things. You meet people, and I'm like, man, you just suck. And they're cool online, and everyone thinks they're cool online, but you meet them in person, and I'm just like, yeah, not my type of people. And I don't know. I just think it's put a lot of unneeded pressure on things, and I think it's ruined a lot of things versus like how guys scout and where they hunt and just all of it. I think it's blown certain areas up. I think a lot of kids are lazy now, so social media is the easy way out. And just the constant dick measuring contest and constant, like, when was the last time you went on social media and saw someone go, hey, man, nice shoot. Hey, man, this.
All the time.
Really? It's not. It's always. You didn't shoot a limit. It's shit. I had that comment. A Minnesota opener in a field. We killed 83 birds, but it's technically not our limit, and we got shit on my post.
Shit on?
Somebody on there's like, well, it's technically still not a limit. And I was like, yeah, sorry. We
on
shot
Instagram?
Yeah, on my Instagram. I was like, sorry that I was at my hen limit, and I called it a day. What do you want me to do? Like, it's open day. Like, we fucked him up. I'm sorry. He goes, yeah, but it's not limits. Limits only, bro. And I was like, dude, I'm out on this. So out on
Somebody
this.
said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to block the kid because I was tired of the trolling bullshit. We both know this person, too. I will not put them on blast, but we both know this person. No, I think it's ruined a lot of things of hunting, personally.
Yeah.
That's what I stand on. Go ahead.
What would you say is the number one most important thing for the future of hunting?
Bringing kids out.
Correct. So what are kids into now? They didn't grow up like you curmudgeon farm kid. Okay? So what did kids grow up with now?
You think TikTok is getting kids into hunting?
I think that it's not a question that kids today are using social media as a massive part of their daily lives. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that they were when you were 6 and 8 and 10 and 15 years old.
15 for sure.
15 was a part of social media. Social media was a part of your life for sure. For sure, but not like it is today. It was more fun.
Yeah,
just like
now,
a funsy thing. Okay.
Yeah, but hold on. So you still need someone to take you and show
internet,
you.
Listen, the internet, Instagram, YouTube, that has changed the world without a question.
Oh, yeah.
The resources that are available, how many people are using it, old and young, the whole world is on social media now. Mm-hmm. Okay? We have a problem in this country, which is we have a decline in hunters. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the people you need to reach to get more people into hunting is who? Young people.
Kids, yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Correct. And it's way less common nowadays for kids to grow up hunting than it was when you were a kid or even when our parents were kids, especially.
Subjective.
That's not subjective.
Oh, I bet you.
No, it's not. Because there's less people. There's less people hunting, Gavin. There's less people hunting now, so there's less people taking their kids hunting.
Yeah, but hold on. It's not always your kid you take hunting.
No, but most of the
my first duck hunt wasn't my dad.
Most of the time, when people are learning to hunt, it is with a family member. Most of the time. No, dude.
I would disagree with that personally. My dad only took me deer hunting. That's it.
That's just your personal experience.
Yeah, but like I can name 100 kids that like I've taken kids that aren't even family. Not anything. Like a neighbor kid comes up and is like, "Hey man, cool boat. Like, what did you do?"
It's statistical fact that more people are using social media than ever before.
That's
right?
fair, yeah.
And it's statistical fact that we have less hunters in the country than we've ever had before.
I'd have to see that pulled up to show me that actually.
Well, we have a decline continuously in license sales.
In which license sales though?
For sure, waterfowl.
Waterfowl, I think, is the only one. Deer hunting's up since 2020.
Since 2020.
Yeah, but only on the decline
overall
for like
over
5
the last
years.
Yeah.
But you're only a decline for a 5-year period at that point.
Right now, the way to reach people to grow hunting
Do you think it's social media only?
It's not only social media, but I think it's a massive piece of it. And especially because we're trying to give people a resource for how to learn how to go hunting if they don't have somebody in their family or a close friend that's teaching them how to do it. Yeah. And one of the ways that we can make sure that people are still interested in hunting is to reach them where they are, which is on social media. Kids are on social media. Young people, people our age, old people are on social media. That is just literally a fact. There are more people using social media than ever before, and that continues to rise every day. So if we want to reach people where they are, especially a younger generation coming up into waterfowl, then a great place for us to reach them is social media. And now, your argument is that it's people shitting on each other. Where do you think they got that from?
I would just say the social media as a whole has always been that way.
You don't think that there's been guys shit talking each other back and forth at shows and shit in the industry for years and years?
I don't think that, no. But what I think is, I think social media has given way more ability to shit talk someone over a keyboard.
Oh yeah, it's given a platform.
A screen. It's given, but not even a platform, but it's given you the ability to not get punched in the mouth for being an asshole.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, right, this shit's been going on forever. People have been shit-talking old and young generations.
100%. I think if you, like, I hunted with my uncle who's now passed away, but he's been duck hunting since the 20s before he died. Yeah, guys gave shit at the landing and poked fun and had fun. Not like today. I've watched grown men get in crying contests and then in fist fights at shows about shit that was said online.
People have been fist fighting each other for duck spots for years.
I think it's way more prevalent now than it was then. And I think it's way more kids that are way more volatile now than back then, for sure. I bet you I could go on 2 groups on my phone.
You could never prove that.
You can't. Maybe. But I bet I can go on my phone right now and pull up 2 groups from Minnesota alone. I bet I find way more bad shit and shitting on people than of good stuff. Now, do I think like the YouTube channels and the educational shit has been good? Yes. Do I think Facebook and Instagram and all the guides and guys that shit on dudes or this, that, or the other are? No. Again, I got no problem with an educational situation. Now, if I go on a Facebook group, you think I'm going to find more good or bad? More shitting on someone or more educational?
It depends what you're looking for. Because the reality is a lot of the time we think that we're seeing so much bad shit, but a lot of the good shit is maybe not getting seen as much. You're not going on these Facebook groups looking for educational ways to become a better hunter.
That's not true. I just have all posts on them.
Come on, bro. You know that.
I scroll through all posts.
And the top posts are the ones where people are shit talking each other because that's what everybody loves.
It's not off activity. It's off of time.
It's what everybody loves.
But like, I bet you if I go through, and I bet if we looked at a time, so the last 6 hours.
So that's user error.
How's that user error?
Because people are using social media to shit on each other instead of using social media to prop each other up.
That proves my point, though.
On top of that, right now, where is the most common place people meet when they're dating each other? Online, on apps.
Yeah, maybe, because most people don't go to a bar and just talk to people anymore.
Then let's use the same approach for hunting. If most people are meeting people to marry or date on apps and online, then most people are learning or finding ways they can hunt or finding people they can hunt with online.
As a single dude, I can tell you that ain't that great of a spot at the moment.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's tons of people that meet each other online hunting, and I personally have met so many people through social media that are great people that I've enjoyed every minute of hunting with them through online social media platforms than anywhere else.
Would you say you've met more shitty people overall, or
no? I would say I've met more good people
and hunted with and been friends with. I would disagree heavily.
Well, you're a curmudgeon old man.
I just like a different class of people. What the fuck is
that? That's a bug, bro. That's a bug.
Yeah.
and now it's embedded in the TV, dude. What is your problem? Oh my!
We'll clean that up after.
It's never going away.
That's fine. Joey will find it.
Joey definitely won't find it.
He's got a science experiment in the freezer.
That's my science experiment.
It's yours?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. I can't remember. No idea.
You didn't own that earlier, but you own it now? No, I stand on it. I think there is way more bad shit put on there now, and not the right people teaching.
You got to start looking for the good stuff, bud.
I've looked for the good stuff, and I still don't think. I still think a lot of
hard.
the people. I still think a lot of people with a platform aren't teaching the right ways and the right things.
People hate on each other all the time for everything, bro. Especially when you want to show off or do something that you think hasn't been done, or it's a big dick contest for sure. But that happens in life.
Yeah,
people have been meeting up to show off their deer for years at coffee shops. Well, my deer, look at my deer, bud. Look at him. Oh, look at your little deer, bro. This has been going on for centuries, bro.
How many times have you deer hunted and been to the deer camp?
No, I am just telling you.
Yeah, but have you ever?
You're telling me you really think the guys that were duck hunting didn't used to show up and say, look, I got a limit today, and you didn't?
I'm not saying you didn't give a little fun, but I can tell you, for a kid who grew up deer hunting and grew up going to the local gas station with 75, 80 people opening day and showing your deer, there was very little of the shit talking I've heard.
Well, you don't want to do it in person.
So here's my point. Way worse shit and harsher shit is said on social media. Fair to say? You want to know why? Because you're more respectful and you're scared to say it in person. Because you might get punched in the fucking face.
Yeah.
100%. So more bad shit and worse shit gets said over social media, right?
Yeah, but we're getting more people into hunting through social media.
Maybe you might also be discouraging just as many people. Somebody might try and get shit on so much that they bail. And also, let's be honest.
Dude.
Do you really think that every person with a platform is doing the right things and showing the right ways to do it?
Bro, you're taking it from a perspective of like seeing it from a very outsider point of view, and there's a lot of people that are meeting people on Minnesota waterfowlers to go hunting with,
and
that are getting advice from these Facebook groups and social media and Instagram.
But I can personally tell you, there's 10 plus kids in my phone that have got into hunting off social media.
Yep.
And I hunted with, and the shit they learned on there or for someone's YouTube channel was so fucking ass backwards and unsafe. Those kids were lucky to be alive.
Come on, lucky to be alive.
Dude, I had a kid literally, you're gonna laugh. He left his gun on safety the entire time on fire the entire time in the A-frame. He goes, well, I don't know why you'd put it on safe. And I was like, I don't know.
But did he learn that on social media?
He was talking to a guy. He went hunting with an old guy off Minnesota waterfowler in a boat. And the guy goes, yeah, you never put it on safe. You never know when they're going to come. So you're quicker that way. That was that kid and his two buddies' explanation to me. You know how unsafe it was for me?
But that's not, you can't blame social media for that. That was an in-person reaction.
I can blame the connection of you made on social media and not being taught properly.
It's got to be worse at a gas station.
What?
Meeting people where then? Where would you meet the people then?
Dude, I take every year, I take 20 plus kids hunting and I meet them 100 different ways. There is always someone willing to take you hunting. I have never struggled.
Look, the world's mean. Okay, so
I don't disagree, but being unsafe and learning the wrong ways.
The reality is, social media was never going anywhere. No one was ever going to stop it, and
I don't disagree.
It's done more good for people in terms of getting into hunting, having resources to learn how to hunt.
We'll never know that statistic.
Well, we might if we start seeing more kids start hunting.
Maybe, but also you don't know how long they're going to stick with it, or if those are just people like me that take regular kids hunting that never went.
Look,
you're gonna have a really hard time breaking that down.
I will tell you, there are obviously negative impacts to social media.
100%.
And everything with the internet in terms of people being unafraid to talk shit and say stupid stuff that they would get punched in the mouth for, it's an open game. But that's part of the territory too, though.
Yeah, but if you have a 13-year-old impressionable kid.
Yeah, but bro, it's either they're going to get shit-talked for not shooting a limit, or they're going to get shit-talked for their shoes, or their fucking weight, or their hair.
If they get shit-talked for not shooting a limit by enough kids their own age, because kids their own age pile on when they didn't shoot a fucking limit, I know plenty of guys that'll shit-talk you for shooting a limit or shooting a bunch of birds, and they didn't shoot shit that day either. There's miserable
But those miserable would have made fun of you if you had shot anything or not, or if you worn the wrong glasses.
Is social media really that great then, if that's how it's going to be? Why do they get on post?
Because you have to take it with a grain of salt, just like everything else, right?
Yeah, but not everyone's that way. There are plenty of kids that aren't that way, that take it to heart and get offended and quit doing it.
Yeah,
I took a kid this year to the meadow. I took a kid to the meadow this year with Tommy and I. He lives in the neighborhood behind the farm. He tried hunting with his dad. They both got shit on the same group that other kid found unsafe on, that was taught unsafe habits. And his dad's like, yeah, we're done because we ain't killing nothing. We ain't getting any help learning. I took them out. You know what the meadow does. You think those two are going to buy the right shit and hunt now the right way? Yeah, probably.
How'd they meet you?
The kid biked over to the farm. Literally biked up to the farm as I was working on the 7720. Was like, hey, man, seen you clean birds the other day. Like, would you be cool taking my dad and I? And I was like, hell yeah. Like, when do you want to go? And he goes, well, whenever you have a spot. And I was like, well, we're going to hunt tomorrow night down at the meadow. Come with. Be here at this time. Sounds good. That kid biked up. His dad bought Walmart decoys and Walmart camo trying to get his kid into it. Dad's never hunted, never really knew what he was doing. They
should have watched our
paracheat
YouTube
waders.
channel.
I mean, I did recommend them to watch that, yeah, and a couple other ones that I like. But there's plenty of YouTube channels that are shit, and I'm not going to shit on which ones those are. But you know how many guys, I'm not going to name names, but we both have brought people to a hunt with me, and those motherfuckers almost shot my dog by watching unsafe YouTube channels and thinking it was okay.
You think they did that because they were watching unsafe YouTube channels?
I think no one's taught them any better. And I think when those guys were talking, like, yeah, I watched such and such a page, and this is how they operate, and I'm going, are you fucking high? You show over my dog again, you're leaving.
I guess I'd be good.
You were with the hunt
some of the
this year where it happened.
Some of the time, it's better than them going with that guy that told them to leave their gun off safety.
100%. I mean, until you shoot my dog, and then I can tell you might not make it home.
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you, I don't think that they're out there learning that it's a good time to shoot if the dog's out in the field.
No, but I think what they did watch was somebody who didn't care if the dog's out in the field breaking and they're just guns ablazed. How many YouTube videos you watched that way?
I've seen a couple.
I can name,
but I would say
so many.
Most of the stuff that's out there where people are like representing duck and goose hunting, they're usually doing it with a pretty good set of morals and ethics. Like, they're trying to do it the right way.
I'm going to give you a compliment. I would say you are one of the few social media pages as a whole, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the whole nine, that actually instills good educational videos, good morals, and good values, and shows safe practices at all times. I have never seen you or Joey be unsafe in any way, except Joey's boat motor starting fire, which was not his fault. Just a freak accident. It's the only unsafe situation I found myself in with Joey. Otherwise, it's thoroughly. But I can name, if we wanted to put some people on blast, I could name 50 channels that I've either been sent videos. 50. Easy. That I've been sent videos in my Instagram feed or over Messenger that I have watched where someone rings somebody's ears horribly unsafe, shoots down the line of the A-frame, shoots over a breaking dog, shoots a cripple in the decoys with a dog and a person out in it.
So this is the
all
thing, though,
caught
is
on
like
camera.
what you're telling me right now is that people are fixated on the negative. So
there's just
sending
so many
negative.
There's so many negative that
but
you
there's
can't.
So much, right? So
that is bad, and there's very little.
No.
good.
I'm saying there's so much in general that you're taking. I really do, like, I believe firmly that this is it's a minority group of stuff that's happening. Most of the stuff that I see is pretty positive for the most part. A lot of it is people having a good time, and a lot of people are doing it the right way. There are channels out there, and there's always going to be yahoos that make some crazy shit,
even
bro.
with massive followings and names. Plenty of them.
Not plenty. I mean,
a lot.
Not plenty.
I bet you there's more than there's not.
I think the other hard thing, too, is that some of the stuff that people see that they put on blast is really taken out of context. And part of it is people are hating. People want to find stuff that they see. I've seen so many people send me shit where they're like, it's a video, and then they'll be like, can you believe these guys sky busting? You know, I can't believe what they're shooting at. Well, dude, like, I've filmed GoPro videos. I know what that stuff looks like. Sometimes on GoPro videos, those birds look like they're 100 yards away and they're 35 yards.
Yeah, I mean, the GoPro, I'll give you some grace on that. But I know some guys that'll post the clip of the one set of birds and the decoys, and then I personally watch them while scouting, skybust everything else. You know, and we did it for the limit. Well, you just educated birds, and any kid driving by watched you be a jackass the whole afternoon.
Man, here's the tough part. I've been out with a lot of old dudes that have like never been a part of social media. I've seen more bad habits and more improper hunting practices out of some of these dudes that never got a chance to get a YouTube education than dudes that I've seen that are young.
I think it depends on the age there. I think there is an age difference because I think if you're like
I think there's a mentality difference.
No, I think if you're 60 plus where you grew up hunting alone and only alone with a dog or not even a dog, I've definitely what?
Not alone, bro. I've hunted with a lot of dudes that grew up hunting with buddies and this and that.
Yeah, but like, dude, if you go back that far, like the way I look at it, it's like I don't know if you didn't grow up around here, so you might not know, but Donnie Sutherland, he used to do all the drawings for Delta Waterfall. It's like when Delta releases their little like book packet with like all the drawings, he did all those designs back in the day for them. That man's hunted Pelican Lake and the Surrounding Lakes until he died, like 70 years. He's got 70 years of books on his wall. Every year's duck season. You know how many times he went to the landing with 5 dudes, his dad, uncles, people. You know how many times he hunted with people in his entire career?
5 I would have no idea.
5 hunts. 5 hunts only.
It's impossible for me to believe.
I knew him, and I saw the photos. He hunted out of a Karsten's pintail paddle boat alone.
Sky busting the shit out of birds?
Maybe that I can't say. But what I can say, a great hunter,
yeah.
Dude shot eiders and all sorts of shit off pelican. Killer. But like he hunted alone because that's how they grew up. My uncle never hunted with anybody. He'd go to the landing with his duck hunting buddy Jerry. Him and Jerry would tip a hat, and they would split up in western Minnesota and go to opposite ends of the marsh. That was their deal. A lot of guys still hunt that way. We've talked about when we did the last debate, the push-pull thing. My teacher doesn't hunt with his 2 kids.
Dude, I'm just going to say, man, like I've, over the last 12 years, doing this.
It's been 12 years?
This is my 12th
social
year
media?
hunting.
Oh,
no,
okay. Okay.
8th year of Midwest Flyways.
I got you.
But
12 year total of hunting.
That's how long I've duck hunted. Yep. In the 12 years that I've duck hunted, I've had more holy shit experiences with guys that were taught by their daddy or their granddaddy or have been hunting with their buddies or whatever. Some of these guys that aren't social media fans, but I've seen more bad habits out of those dudes. A lot of the young guys that I've hunted with, bro, like, sure, they've seen some stuff. They get involved in some of the, limits and this and that. But, dude, they're so ate up with it. Yes, they talk shit. Yes, they say the wrong stuff. They're 18, bro. Some of the stuff that I said when I was 18, I probably wouldn't say now. You know what I mean? And when you think about what they're into and they're passionate about it, clearly, right? They're going to grow out of that shit.
Maybe.
They're going to grow out of it, dude.
I just think a lot of those kids are flash in a pan. I think hunting is very like this. I think it ebbs and flows depending on what you're into. Because look at now. Carter's a prime example. You turkey hunt, right?
Yep.
You turkey hunt 10 years ago?
No.
Carter was 11.
You were 11?
There was no turkeys out where I grew up, so.
Okay, so I grew up turkey hunting pretty consistently. We went when I was a kid, and then we stopped going because we had the same issue. We lost our turkeys. They just disappeared. Do you know how many guys talked about turkey hunting when I was young? Or even when I was in high school? Nobody. One kid. You know how many guys turkey hunt now? Everyone's going to South Dakota, Miriam's.
Social media.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
100% because of social media.
Maybe part of it.
What do you think it's from, bro? The newspaper?
I don't know. I guess social media is probably a good chunk of it. But then bow hunting 2004. What's your answer for that? Bow hunting was the biggest craze from 2001 to 2008, and then it fell off. Then it was Western Big Game. Then it was waterfall.
Young kids don't give a shit about bow hunting.
Really? Now it's the biggest growing.
Some do.
Yeah, but now with the young kids, it's the biggest. Tack is the biggest growing sport for young kids now. Is archery.
There's no way that's real. That's not a real statistic.
Really? You look at tacks. So I have a buddy that I know that shoots tack. 3 years going to Oklahoma. They had 1/8 of the people. You know how many kids are young that go there now? 9% of the guys. Bow hunting is bigger than any other thing now for whether it's Western Big Game or whatever. That's the new fad.
Why?
Why? I think social media has a help in growing certain things, but I don't think it's doing it in the right ways. I think there's way more unsafe guys, way more. How do you, dude?
Shooting tacks?
Not so much maybe tack, but in general, guys doing illegal shit. Oh, such and such person shot a buck
no, bro!
here.
Don't start with illegal shit. Illegal shit's just on the news now because of social media.
That's not true.
There's been more illegal shit going on in the old days.
Swept under the rug.
Nah, bro, this is heinous of you,
bro. I have a game board in the family.
Come on, bro. The old guys I talked to,
I'm
the
not
shit
saying,
they used to do.
Hold on. Let me finish
Come
this.
on.
Hold on. What I'm saying is this. Yeah, did some old guys do some questionable shit? 100%. But I bet you what's funny, there's a certain family member of mine who's a Montana game warden, and you know she wrote some tickets for some very highly well-respected members of the hunting industry last year with no tags hunting deer in Montana. Wouldn't that be kind of funny to come out over the air? You know what got buried? Those fucking tickets. That's kind of comical, ain't it?
What does that have to do with social media?
Because my point is those guys felt the pressure. You know what the deposition in court said? Yeah, we felt the need. We got to do it. It's the same with foils. Foils felt the pressure of putting limits up and started doing questionable shit.
That wasn't social media though.
That
Foils
was
TV shows.
just TV shows and everybody's pressure, right? You don't think social media does the same thing? You don't think guys probably do some questionable shit from the pressure?
I think if anything, I think now people are more aware of the laws and the rules because of the presence of social media and the ability for people to see where you hunted, for game wardens to follow what you've been doing, the amount of birds you've been shooting.
Do you think more young kids break rules now than back in the day?
No, absolutely not, and it's not even fucking close.
Oh, I highly disagree.
If you really believe that, you need to talk to more old timers, bro.
Yep.
Like the
Buddy,
shit.
I grew up with only old timers hunting. What are you talking
Come
about?
on, Gavin. These
Bro.
guys, you sit with them for 10 minutes, they'll tell you all the shit they used to do that they never got in trouble for, that they never got caught for.
Yeah.
Kids now aren't talking about, oh, yeah,
and the kids last year
we're
that
mud
we all
stomping ducks.
Yeah, hold on. That's not real. Dude, last year in North Dakota, we talked to a game warden at the gas station. You know how many tickets he had written to young kids?
How old was he?
The game warden?
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, big problem. So he's never seen what them guys back in the day used to do.
What does that do? Anything? If you're cutting tickets to every group you run into, we hunted with a group of kids that were locals. You know what they told me? Tickets only $18. We run no plugs because fuck it. That was those three kids' responses to us. And I was like, I'm running a plug. It ain't my ticket, I guess. You do you, bro. Good kids.
Yeah,
they were
man.
fun to hang out with.
I mean, I'm telling you, I don't agree. We're not going to agree on this.
Never.
And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead
Cast
and
your
vote.
votes.
Go ahead and vote next when? Thursday?
Thursday when the podcast comes out.
Yep, the day of the podcast. So if you're listening to this on Thursday, it is out today. Go vote. I feel like we should start doing the polls maybe a day after.
I feel like they should have to listen to it. Poll.
Yeah, but we would never be able to do that.
How do you do it? Because the amount of people that voted last time for Joey's,
I know.
they never even listened.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Joey's just that.
That's all right.
Maybe they'll have to listen to us because they don't like us as much.
They would at least have to listen to vote for one of us.
Yeah, for one of us.
Yeah.
Because they don't like us like they like Joey.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Well, that was heated, like you said.
Yeah, it's true.
We got into it.
It's bullshit.
And now we should have a little fun.